Hey, I'm Kev. Welcome back to the IndyCar Fixed series after a week away because we did not do well around Pocono. As we see it from their perspective, so as you can see on the restart, actually got a good initial getaway, but just second got right in the toe. As you can see, just didn't quite block the outside line. There's just an IndyCar width there. So he went down low, perhaps a bit lower than you wanted. And we've got the run. I could have maybe lifted a bit more, anticipating that. But that's partially his fault, that's partially my fault as well. Overall, just a racing incident, really. As well, someone swung all over the place. Oh no!
That looks painful.
Man, I gotta take 4X to thought he went over the top.
It's okay.
Completely went over the top.
I got it.
No contact, but I got it. Yep.
This guy can make it.
Both those dudes were flying. Checked up out of one.
The car in front of us is Gomez.
I don't think we can make it all the way around.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
Well, as much as I love this track, safety.
Come on, I can make it to my pits.
Yeah. I'm taking a huge hit.
Indy Crab Racing. It's a thing.
2 to go.
I mean, I didn't.
Oh no.
One race where we got to lap 5 and there already had been a yellow. I mean, I kept on telling people too.
Oh, come on. No. I thought I fixed the steering. Come on. You can make it.
What the fuck are you fucking doing, green?
Just check. Everyone's got different points.
Here we go. Gonna make it back to our group.
Well, it's mathematically against you, right? So I was told once that the algorithm for computing safety is
What too much damage we've done? This car is absolutely perfect. I have no idea what their issue is. Had 2 attempts, 2 failures, so we've dropped back slightly in the overall standing. So we're hoping to have a good result round Chicagoland Speedway, the 1.5 mile oval, which used to hold the finale in the IndyCar series a few years back. I remember a decade ago, I think it was, in 2000, actually just over a decade ago now, 2007, when Scott Dixon had the championship in his hands and he ran out of fuel in the final corner and Dario Franchitti went by. And then he went to NASCAR. That did not go well. And then he joined Dixon as his teammate and won a massive amount of titles alongside Dixon. So, yeah, I remember that. I have fond memories of Chicagoland, and I do miss IndyCar racing round. Lots of people do. I know, unfortunately, just had no crowds by the end. And so it's one of a number of ovals. For me, a story. No crowds, dropped off the calendar. So, hopefully, we can do well around here. This is actually the first time I've driven around here in iRacing. I didn't own this track until just a couple of days ago, so I'm not familiar with it in this car, and it is very difficult to drive from what I can tell. It might not be a flat out blast for once, thank God. As we qualified in 4th, as you can see, not too bad. As we scroll down the field, you can see a number of drivers qualified, 17 out of 24. We're the number 1 car in, I believe, the second split of 2. There's around 50 people signed up, so 50 divided by 2. This is not a good split, though. If I'm the number 1 car, my rating's been dropping a bit lately after visiting Pocono and the Daytona 500, so I can't imagine what this race has got in store for us. 75 laps of fun ahead. I say in quotation marks. But hopefully it is. As I said, it could be very interesting, the racing round here. Tyre wear could be an issue. I think after like 10 laps, I was struggling to just hold it down though, especially in 3 and 4 here. Because this last corner, there's bumps going into there. If your tyres are nice and grippy after the first couple laps, you can get into here, like on the inside. But after a couple laps, your car is forced wide on the exit. It's a bit like, I think, Las Vegas. I already forget my tracks. I think it is a bit like Vegas, where, again, you have to get the car in early, otherwise you're chasing it for the rest of the corner and hurting that exit. Let's get a good start.
Green.
So did 5th as well behind. And looks like we're going to slot into 4th, which I don't mind at all. And I'm not sure if I want to race hard early on. As I said, I think tyre wear might be a thing around it. So we've backed off slightly on 3rd. Go to the outside, but I just have no confidence at the moment. So 5th has a little what's going on with the leader? As we're already lifting through the corners, second lap.
The leader has just done it. 25.4.
So this should be good fun, this race.
25.4. The guy behind has just done it. 25.5.
As we run in this second groove. It looks like the guy behind's actually following us running in this second groove. Well, he's trying to.
P4.
Slot into 4th. So we'll go ease up going into the corner so we get the exit.
Easy, hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Clear low.
And that's why you want the outside line again. You can just drive the corner harder into the corners. They're compromised, we're not.
Okay, Kev. No fuel window opens on lap 27. It will end on lap 51.
Arm low. Clear inside.
Once again, having a look down our inside. There's already a gap behind to 6th and 7th.
You've just done it. 25.7.
As we just sit comfortably here in 4th, just running our own line compared to everyone else. So he's chasing the car up the corner. He's 3rd. That's why we're not really attempting to move into 3 and 4 at the moment.
That was at 25.7.
No, we've got the inside line here.
Car high. Airful still there. Easy, hold your line. Clear high.
Really eased the car into the corner, but we made the move stick. I'm surprised there. But then he's been running the inside line all the time. We've been running the outside.
Clear high.
P3.
Obviously not as comfortable on the outside.
The gap in front is now 1.5 seconds.
So let's see if we can close down the top 2 then.
That was at 26.0.
So 1.7 back. Isn't that like we have the pace of the top 2? As they're slightly lifting in corners. So they're just running away. So they're doing 25.7s in front. We're doing 25.8s. I think they're doing 25.9s behind us. We're dropping fourth like a stone. So someone's gone. So at least matching second now. Now it's a fuel game, tyre saving game. With us all spread out. Should I say that? Here comes the caution, God's sake. That's a massive jinx. Let's just race to the line a bit. But yeah, that's a shame. He just got into a groove there. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame. It sounds like some got into the wall a bit. So do we pit? Because the fuel window again is around 2/3 distance. Might be a bit earlier to pit. We'll just see what the top two do. We'll just follow what they do. As they seem to be pretty damn good. As I said, we're still learning this track. So it looks like we do dive in.
The leader's pitting now. Watch your speed.
Now, as we're the number one car, we're all the way at the end. So we can just cruise, basically. For once, I'm not like stalking out, oh, where's my pit crew? Well, we qualified fourth, so we're actually near the beginning. There we go. There's all guys in front have struggled to get into the pits.
All clear. Push now.
So we've climbed up to second. As you saw, a guy who was second just couldn't quite get into his pit. And it's like someone has stayed out and someone's trying to get their lap back. But I might get the 11 car by. Depending on how we do this next restart, if we get another good one. So we are getting ready for the restart. So we're in third. Number 2 car stayed out. The lap car pitted because he wasn't getting his lap back. Got 18 guys on the lead lap. Sounds like 4 of them got affected in that crash, but a couple of them have stayed out. And we've got the guy in front who's blinking like a hell. So hopefully this goes well, this restart. It's gone very early. Should have seen that coming, really.
That was
Arlo. They're inside.
That's all the 11 car goes on to. Oh, did he clip the right line?
the gap in front is increasing. It's now 0.9.
So the top 2 are battling hard. Very hard. As you basically catch up in one corner a couple of tenths, so we're in their toe. So I see maybe the blinking got to the leader there.
The leader's just done it. 25.3. Fastest lap for Garrido. 25.1. That lap was out. 25.3.
That's why there looked like to be issues, but well, back in line. It's all lifted way too much there. Need to just be at like 90% instead of, I think it was around 60 there through that corner.
Today. The track temperature's decreasing.
So we'll drive it in way too hard.
Arlo.
There goes third.
Hold your line. Clear low.
Let them by. The second is really struggling.
Garrido. P4, the guy behind has just done it. 25.2.
So we're basically just sitting here. I wonder if fifth is going to be doing the same. We've got a 2-second gap behind to sixth. Now 11 car is very quick though, so that gap could close quite quickly. Depending on what these two in front are doing. Looks like second's really defending hard. This is just letting the leader once again get away. There's that though. That was a bit of a check-up. A bit more than I was expecting.
It's now 33 Celsius.
As you see, the West catching back up. Saint Stu, second. Really is holding us all up. As I thought that was a car that was going to spin that. So it's Argo now against second, I guess.
P3, that's good consistency, keep it up.
Arlo. Careful, still there. Still there. Clear low.
There you go, around the outside. Drive it hard into the next corner, so you're taking over second, but look at the gap in front, almost 3 seconds. That's all, they're getting close behind for third. Someone's down on the apron.
P2, you've just done a 25.4. Track temperature's increasing, it's now 36 Celsius.
So we're a third of the way through the race. Just pulling away.
The lap time was
Everyone behind. Just slight lifts and corners, but remember the fuel game. But we'll try and put away for the time being. Try and keep up with first. The first is just flat out, I think. But we're slightly lifting in both corners. So he's just pulling away for the time being.
Rising. It's now 38 Celsius.
And looks like the number 2 car has been dispatched by someone else now. Go get it down to 5th. Much better rev range now.
P2.
Not good for fuel saving though.
That lap was at 25.7.
Seems like we're just matching the pace of the guys behind. The leader's just in their own time zone.
The lap time was 25.6.
So there we go, caution. Just when we needed it, really. So we're not catching first. Guys behind were matching us are slightly quicker. Now we can all pit and everyone can make it to the finish, I think. So someone's very confused the leader is, because now the 24 car is in the lead apparently. just raced by us on the outside and now has assumed the lead out of nowhere. As the long-time leader had issues in pits, so he jumped them, but unfortunately we were a bit cautious into the pits, so we got jumped. So yeah, this is interesting. Approaching the halfway mark. But it's all very slow. We get going again. And number 24 is just letting us go.
Far inside. Clear low.
V2.
What the hell?
22.0. Track temps increasing.
So game on then for the rest of this race. No, it sounds like they're checking up behind.
That was a 27 attempt.
Far inside.
Oh, the leader had to back up majorly there. So we've got a guy on our inside. Got two on our inside.
Still there. Clear inside.
So once again, lagging. That's always the fault. It seems like us four just drove away from everyone else. So we don't mind being at the back of this pack.
All right, Kev. Halfway home. Got plenty of fuel. V4.
No, we have no idea where second is. Can make it very difficult for third. And the leader. So hopefully the leader doesn't get away, thanks to the uncertainty of where second is.
The lap times are improving. This is exactly what we need.
That's basically why he was the long time leader. Everyone just backed off and let him go away as into the wall. Goes third. Looks like he's going down the inside for the lead. He's taken it. Oh, has he? They're side by side.
That was a 25.5.
We want to get by third quickly as the top two are getting away. So he's taking a very high line again.
Far outside. Clear outside.
Might have actually hit the wall then.
V3, the gap in front is now 1.0 seconds. That lap time was 25.6.
So it's still side by side.
The gap behind has increased to 0.7.
Still running that second groove. Which don't seem to be too bad though. So it looked like the move has finally been done for the lead.
Increasing. It's now 40 Celsius.
Or not. Well, I keep getting confused who's first and second in front. As we've got a second gap behind, so it's us three, then the rest.
That lap time
Or
was
those two, me,
25.5.
and then the rest. So we're kind of sitting by ourselves here. But no, it looks like the 9 car's finally through. So the tyres are just skipping like a stone over the surface, it feels like.
It's heads up.
No grip at all.
You've just done 25.7.
That's why we're not really gaining on the top two.
Gap to Garrido.
You go, that's better.
1 seconds.
That's how you do 3 and 4. Still lost a 10th though.
V3.
There you go, gain back a 10th. So he's getting away again. So a bit out of the groove there. So was second as well. At least we got the pace on the guys behind though. That's the main thing. Kind of big picture wise. They are basically just driving our own race it. We're driving kind of like we are in Felix, where we don't really have the pace of the front runners. But you kind of have the pace on everyone outside, say, the top 5. Or in this case, the top 3.
The Garrido in front is now 1.2 seconds.
So I have no idea how the number 9 car is doing it. It's okay. I said car feels better now that ties up the temperature, but first did not feel good at all. That's all caution. Well, this changes things. Or not at all. Everyone would just pit and then guaranteed sprint to the finish. It's a bit disappointed with that as well. We were kind of in our own place there. Like guaranteed at least a podium. So now we have a big battle going on, though. It's pit lane open, so I'm guessing everyone will pit. So we go then for hopefully the final restart. Just over 20 laps to go. Leader stayed out, did not pit on old tyres. And he's indicating pass on the outside if we get the chance. I didn't see, once again, the number 15 car. I don't know what he's done to his pit crew. He's got like robots or cyborgs there. They are just absolutely insane. His pit stops. So I got held up by the car in front. But lucky he held the outside line so he weren't balked.
Garrido is now in the lead.
Are inside.
So we've got a guy on the inside, and then we've got Blinker in front, unfortunately.
Low. Clear inside.
There you go, that's why you hold the outside line. So we're in 4th. So 15 car tries to get away. So everyone's kind of cleared that 21 car now. It's worth a gamble. Fortunately, they don't always work like that. Look at this run we've got on 3rd.
Are outside.
Yeah, gave us the inside. And then I kind of chopped it, unfortunately, on the exit. Because I had a bit too much speed.
Careful, still there. Easy, hold your line. Hold your line. Still there.
So that was a bit dicey.
Still there. Still there. You're clear on the inside.
P3, you've just done a
So there we go, around the outside.
Okay, Kev, the next car is Garrido.
So let's try and catch up to the leaders. Once again, a second in front of us. And it looks like the number 9 car has already done the job. So I might not be battling as hard, unfortunately.
25.6. You're pulling away from the guy behind. The gap's now.
It's all caution. Oh, it's the guy behind. No.
The gap to Garrido ahead is now 0.7.
Oh, I wonder what happened. I have to look back at that on the replay. What a shame for him, though. He's having a superb run. was fourth. So I'm guessing we all stay out now. But now it is definitely a sprint for 12 laps, I reckon. 12 or 13 laps. Because it's normally not 2 to go in the next lap, it's normally the lap after. So it's probably 12 to go. Because it sounds like that traffic got involved. As they are getting ready to go green then, as we're in third. There's only 9 cars on the lead there, but it sounds like 9th is damaged. So effectively only 8 cars here battling. Still got a couple of lap cars out there as well. And we do have 12 to go. As we get an average restart. It was good in our boots because we got a gap behind.
20.0.
There we go, now we can see where we're going. Let's try and get into the top 2, come on. There we go, right in the toe now. As it seems like it's us top 5 than the rest. So are battling hard for the win.
That's a new fastest lap for Garrido, 25.1. The lap time was at 25.0. The guy behind has just done at 24.9.
That's bloody hell, now it's got bright. What the hell? Is Nick and I is going to have a cloud overhead, and now look at it. Really bright. Maybe it's just because of that massive cloud to the right, it's just gone overhead. So 4th is gaining.
25.2.
It's all 4th is dropped off actually, or 3rd, 5th should I say. So now it's just us top 4. We're keeping our distance here at arm's length. Surprised they're all dropping off so far behind. So it's a horrible 3 and 4. Might allow 4th to gain on us. Definitely has.
25.2.
It's actually that guy that was 9th, he's gone to that down. So we're just not confident at the moment. Oh my god, look at them side by side. There you go, that's how you get it into 3 and 4. Okay, so as they're getting onto the apron. Oh, and he's gone.
Last lap time was at 25.2.
Oh, and the caution's out. Did he get back on the track then, maybe? As I think that is it. And he's gone.
P2, that lap time was 25.8.
One of my most undeserved second places ever. And we've had quite a few of them this season, haven't we? But yeah, I think that is it, as if it doesn't say 2 to go next time, then yeah, it is over. But that was an interesting race.
The track temperature's rising. It's now 35 Celsius.
Pretty exciting at times. Once again, that outside line just helps you. Once again, our saving grace a couple of times there while battling. Yeah, just didn't have the pace for the number 9 car. I have to look back his race, see what he's doing. Because I'm guessing he was just going flat out. I didn't have a care in the world with no one in front of him for most of the race. But even battling as well, unbelievable pace on the inside. When we were barely lifting as well through the corners.
That was 103.9.
Like, it's not like we're going down to, say, 50% throttle. We're going around 70 or 80%, so, or even 90 at times. So we're still losing like a tenth. So obviously going flat out. Like 1 and 2 is probably easy flat out. Even 3 and 4, just maybe not got the confidence around this track. You go flat out in these cars yet. Or perhaps should be. I know there's some aero disturbance, as you saw in the race, when you're right behind someone. Got to be careful of that. But yeah, that was pretty interesting around Chicagoland. If I had more time, I'd definitely do another race round here this week. Again, to compensate for Pocono last week. But another podium. Another second place. I think I'm now counting on 2 hands. Number of second places I've had this season. Absolutely ridiculous, but that was a good fun race. In part, you know, we had good racing there, which I can't say about quite a lot of races on the calendar, unfortunately. Or quite a few races such as Las Vegas. I'm still not bitter. Such as Kansas, of course. But next up is USA International, which, if you don't know, is a short track oval, which is more renowned for being in rookie street stock calendar. Not really made for an IndyCar. It's bumpy as hell as well. I'm not sure I'll be racing next week. I can't remember what's the final week. I think it's Kentucky. I'll definitely be racing that. Kentucky's normally good fun. It's a bit like Michigan. That's why I get them confused so much, because they kind of race the same. Especially, I get the feeling they're going to race the same as well in this configuration, where once again, if you're holding the outside line again, it's your advantage. Like, you can actually make moves around the outside. Unlike in Kansas. Or Las Vegas, unless you've got heavily worn tyres when an idiot forget to change them. But yeah, we're going on to the final lap. I might as well just show the results now, actually. I have them on the screen now then for the final lap. But yeah, back on track again. I wonder where we are going to be in the overall stands. I might show those standings for once, as we've got only 2 weekends left. And I think I only count the best 8 weekends. Or 8 weeks, should I say.
Kev, 1 more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium. That lap was at 124.6.
So I had 9 weeks going into last week, but then hopefully Pocono's dropped, so they count this week instead. So it should boost the standings a bit. And should be fun then in Kentucky if I can get a good result there, make up for Trin Ring earlier in the season. Maybe I do try USA International, make up for... Where's another venue I had a poor result? I think it was Homestead, wasn't it? Right at the beginning of the year. So, yeah, still all to play for in kind of the Season 1 Championship for 2019 in the IndyCar Fix Series. But I'll definitely be trying to show off more series as well. I really did fail to do that, didn't I? I've barely raced any as well. I think I've tried F3 1 week around Suzuka. Formula 3.5, I normally crash in practice, so I haven't bothered to race yet. Haven't had the time to kind of understand that car. Same for the MP1s. I've got the Mercedes GT3 car now. Got that with this track and Lucas Oil.
You too, Chris. Thanks.
Because Lucas Oil often ends up on, say, the Pro Mazda schedule for ovals, and I do love racing the Pro Mazdas and ovals, so might try that out. So I actually got to give the win to that guy. There we go.
Well done, Kev. Great That's a podium.
Let's get out of here, pace car. I've got sunshine praying to spray. Or I'm just going to park it up on this back straight, probably. So I think there's lots of tarmac down there, yeah. But I hope you enjoyed some more IndyCar fixed racing. I'll be back next week, maybe, with USA 2. If not, another series, as I said. Maybe some rally cross. I've been trying to get out of rookie in that. So I might show you that. Or even the dirt oval stuff as well. So I've been trying to get out of rookie in that as well. I haven't really tried the dirt stuff, so might try that out. And yeah, we'll see what happens next week then. Maybe go back to the Ferrari GT3 Fix series too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm doing it, Spot. It's post-race. Oh my god, does this guy ever rest?